Howdy, this is Lemmy with RevZilla TV, here to talk to you today about Puig mirrors. You should be looking into a Puig mirror if you want to see the smiling face of the teen who is texting away immediately before they ram you from behind. These are currently being made for a fairly wide variety of motorcycles. They're going to fit typically metric motorcycles in specific. Those of you who have threaded clutch bosses and brake bosses there on your lever perches, you are probably going to be the ideal customer for a Puig mirror because these are going to fit your bike very simply. Installation of these, as I had mentioned, pretty easy. Regardless of whether or not you need to adapt a few things, these really are installed with just basic hand tools. Anybody with a modicum of common sense and a fairly decent toolbox should be able to put these on in their own garage very shortly. I'm going to call it one beard in our BSD, or beard scale of difficulty. It's just not that hard. So let's talk about the mirrors themselves, but before we get into construction and what makes Puig a little bit different than the other stuff in the market, let's talk about why you might be thinking about a new set of mirrors. Really, I think most people are putting mirrors in their bike for one of two reasons. Either their factory ones are hideous, that's going to be about 98% of you, or for the other couple of you out there, you can't get them adjusted quite the way you like them so you can see exactly what it is that's coming up and down the road. That's where Puig steps in here. You'll notice that Puig mirrors are actually pretty darn adjustable. There's adjustment points all over these mirrors. They're gonna get your mirror in a spot where you can easily see the things that you wanna see coming up behind you. Doesn't hurt, of course, that these things are really nicely made. You can see the finishes on here, whether you're looking at the aluminum finish or you do have this black finish, they look absolutely breathtaking, but boy, these guys really know their way around a mill. You'll notice the ball milling here in the stems, just decorative, super cool. And then flipping over on both these mirrors, I think you can take a peek here and check out the finish on here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The milling they do on here really is phenomenal. It looks really, really nice. I'm sure these take many hours to actually get done. They look great. The other thing I really like about these two is, I'm not even sure if the camera's gonna pick these up, but you'll notice looking at the glass here, the glass has a little bit of a bluish cast to it. It's really nice. I don't run Puig mirrors on my bike, but I do have a couple mirrors that use that blue tinged glass. Makes it really easy to see things in bright sunlight. Kind of keeps the glare down, also keeps things optically pretty correct. So it's a little thing, but it really does make life a little bit nicer. In addition to the fact they also have a little bit of a convex curve to that glass. The nice part about that, of course, is it's going to extend your field of vision just a little bit without distorting the size or the distance of things coming up on you too awful much. So let's talk about installation now. As I had mentioned, this is a one bearder on our BSD, or beard scale of difficulty. Most of you interested in a set of Puig mirrors are probably putting them on a sporty bike, but not an honest-to-God sport bike. Most of you are going to have current mirrors in your lever perches, where your clutch lever perch and your brake lever perch are. You're going to see a threaded boss in there. Most of them are either going to be threaded for 8mm or 10mm applications. You're going to be able to install a Puig mirror on there very simply, even if you do need to use an adapter in order to run a Puig mirror actually on your motorcycle. I really like these things. I think they're made really nicely, and I think they offer a pretty good value for those of you looking for something that's just a little bit more handsome than your ugly OEM mirrors. My opinion, though, is not the only one around. Click that info button. See what some of your fellow riders who are already using Puig mirrors have to say about them. See if these will work for you in your application. If you need a little bit of help, whether it's with fitment or perhaps some install assistance, get in touch with one of our gear geeks if necessary. 877-792-9455. You can always drop us an email, too. See us at RevZilla.com. I'm Lemmy. I'm out of here.